Hello out there. Welcome to my channel where we advance the practice of quantity surveying. Thank you for staying tuned. I also want to thank you for the feedback I am getting from you. That shows that my works are actually impacting knowledge out there. Uh, Thank you for the comments I've received thus far. I also want to appreciate you for finding my channel worthy to subscribe to. And if you are yet to subscribe, please hit the subscription button to encourage us. We are going to be building up rates for uh, roof carcass, and we are going to price one of the different sizes of wood that is used for the roof structure. And the size is 150 by 50 hardwood. Basically, we know the materials. The procedure is you get the wood is treated, then the carpenters will now proceed to using the wood for the structure. Of course, the waste is generated during the cost of constructing the structure, and this waste differs from uh, the determinant of the waste is based on the complex nature of the roof. If the roof is a straightforward and plain roof, the amount of waste you will generate will be certainly low. And if it is a complex roof where you have uh, gutters here and there with different shapes, depression, and you definitely will generate a lot of waste. Having said that, as you can see on my screen, the first line item there is the timber itself, and because we are going to price our unit rate is a meter. Definitely, we are going to build up this rate. Whatever thing we do, we should understand that the end goal is to get the cost per linear meter of the wood. Uh, as you can see, I have a one meter here, and the unit rate is 700. And as you can see, it's coming. The unit rate is coming from my list of basic rates, and the cost per of this timber in the market is a 2,100 for 3 meter length. And another thing I needed to point out is there are areas the length of the wood comes in 3.6, which is 12 feet. Some places you see 3.2, some you see 3 meter. So the area I in my own locality, the wood come in basically what you see in the market is a 3 meter length, and that is why I'm using 3 meter to divide my 2.1 to get the cost per meter. Of course, I have allowed waste for 5%. The 5% in addition to the 700, it gives me 735. Then the treatment solvent, there are different kind of treatment solvent in the market, and what you see, the practice you see on site uh, these days, if not properly supervised, you see people get this solvent, they just sprinkle it on the wood, then leaving some areas where the termite can easily attack the wood. What is expected of us to do is you get a bowl, prepare a special bowl of the length of that wood, then empty the solvent inside the bowl, then soak your wood and allow it for some time. Then you bring it out, drain the the chemical from the surface of the wood, then you now allow it to dry before you can start using. So if that is how is expected, which means you are supposed to calculate the surface area of the wood, and as you can see here, I calculated the surface area. It is 150 by 50. Then multiply by 2, divide by 3 meter to give me the square area of 1 meter, which is 0.13. And the Solugon is coming in 4 liters. And the 4 liters can cover, the price for the 4 liter is say 4,500. And the coverage is 30 meters, 30 square meter for the 4 liters. That is why if you divide, you can see in my basic rate, the 4,500 divided by 30 gives me the cost per meter square. Give me the cost per meter square. The cost per meter square, which is 150, and the square area for the 1 meter is 0.13. It gives me 21 naira per square meter. So I now have the nails, and the nails can best be determined by you keeping your cost data from various sides, and I'm going to illustrate that exercise here. Say for a particular roof, you procured a 400 pieces of 150 by 50, and the 300 of 100 by 50, and the 400 of 75 by 50 that you used for that roof. Then and the linear meter is 3 meter. You multiply 3 meter by 400, gives you the total linear meter of the wood for 150, and it gives you 900 for 100 by 50, and it gives you 1.2 for 75 by 50. You sum them together, you have the total linear meter. For to execute that roof, you actually did use 3,300 linear meter of wood. Then you, by your record, you bought 12 bags of different shade of nails, the 4 inches, the 3 inches. Those were the nails, sizes of nails you bought, and you bought 12 bags, and the weight in each of the bags is 18 kg. So you multiply the 18 kg by 12, gives you 261 kg. Then you divide the 216 kg, sorry. You divide the 216 by 3,000, gives you a 0.07 kg per meter. And that is what I linked here. The 0.07 kg is what I link here per meter. Then I, of course, 5% waste, and the cost per kg coming from my basic rate is 1,555. Then the cost is 106 naira for 1 meter. Then for the loading and unloading and cost of transport, I equally did an exercise here. As you can see, I have the cost for a 150 by 50 timber, a small truck, say Dyna truck, can carry 400 pieces. And the cost for loading and unloading of that 400 pieces is 18,000. And the transport itself is 80,000. So if you sum this two price, gives you 98,000 for 400 pieces. So 400 pieces now, I now divided the amount of the price, the amount for the cost of transport and the unloading. I divided it by the 400 pieces to get the cost of 1 piece. Then I further divided it by the 3 meter, which is the length of 1 piece, to now give me the amount per piece, per meter. So, and that is what I actually linked here to. to give me cost per meter. Then you sum up the total cost for the material, give me 940. Then the cost for labor, the same exercise. You have cost data from the market. Say you're taking the same timber that you bought, 400, 300, and 400, and these are the total length of 3,300 meters. And the cost per one, not cost per meter now, is 2,100 and 1,400, and then last is 1,100. If you multiply the cost of 400 pieces by 2001, gives you 804. The same thing you do for 300 gives you 420. Then for another 475 by 50 gives you 440. You sum the amount, you have 1.7 million. And the carpenter you want to engage, or you did engage in your previous job to, did it for, say, 500,000 naira to construct the carcass. Then what I did is to now get the percentage of each of the total amount for each of those wood, to now, because definitely the labor cost for 150 will be different from that of 100 and for 75, because you need more manpower because of the weight, and the time it will consume is more to the other two wood. So I got the percentage for what each of this amount represents to the gross amount. So as I have 49, 25, and 26 to give me the 100% of this amount. So I now multiply the 500 by the 49% for 150 by 70. I did the same for 100 by 50. I did the same for 75 by 50. Then I now divided this amount by the total linear meter of timber I used for the carcass. It now gives me my cost per linear meter. So also, if I am building up my rate for the other sizes, these are the labor I am going to apply, and that is what you see in here. This link to the unit cost for the 150 by 50, since that is what we are considering. Then, of course, if you sum up the labor and the labor and the material, gives me 1,050 per linear meter. So you can see that this exercise will help you determine your cost for transport, loading and unloading for each linear meter, while the nail determine how many kg. Say if you had, say maybe you use 15 kg, 15 bags. So automatically use 15 bags, it has increased to 0.8 kg, which is now reflective of here. So whatever bag you put here, it will automatically divide. And if, say, subsequently on other project too, you've kept all the materials you procured for that roof, and you just impute them on this. Say you have this format in place, you impute them on this, it will tell you. And why this will now become a standard is maybe haven't done that on 3, 4, 5 projects, and you're seeing that the what you are getting in terms of the consumption in terms of nail is about the same thing. So you can always apply that whenever you are building up your rate, because you've seen that it is not plus or minus 5%, is within that same range. So basically, this is how your rates are for timbers are built. Please, if I've been able to add knowledge to what you have in the past on how to build up rates for wooden structure, please like my page, above all, subscribe to my page, share this share this clip to friends and colleagues that you think might want to pick one or two things in addition to what they have already. Thank you. See you next.